Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today let's just see what are the divine feminines most wanting to know about the divine masculines. Let's open it up that way. So thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us and supporting the energies to come through. And divine feminines, higher selves, what is it that you would like to know? Okay, this is the card of healthy boundaries. In this deck, this has become my card of healthy boundaries. So the divine feminines really want to know. Actually, the message I'm getting is, are the divine feminines influencing the divine masculines in any way to set healthy boundaries? That's what they want to know. They want to know if their divine masculine sees the unconditional love, understands the purity of it, and is inspired as such. Okay, so let's see how the divine masculines would respond. So thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us, are the divine masculines inspired to set healthier boundaries for themselves because of their divine feminines? And we do have the moon energy here, and then we have the truth, setting them free. There is the temperance card also, which is talking about healing. And we have this deep feminine moon energy. We have angels involved, we have the divine feminine here, and we have the divine masculine's own healing being the free will result or contribution to whether or not they set healthy boundaries. So it kind of all works together. It's like you can't separate one from the other. It just is. But ultimately it is the divine masculine's own free will choice to desire that. But there are other influences: healing, the feminine, the angelics, the nature of reality, nature, all of it. It's just part of the becoming. How interesting. So what I'm seeing, because they are separate, just to really clarify for the divine feminines who were consciously aware of that we have divine feminine over here, but it's a subconscious, a deep primordial influence, and then we have the truth setting the masculines free, related to their own healing. So it's all connected, yet there's autonomy. All right, so let's see next what, I'll shuffle again, what the divine masculines would most like to know about the divine feminines. What are the divine masculines most interested in knowing about the divine feminines? We get the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, and the World in the reverse, with the Three of Cups in the reverse. So for many divine masculines, they are wondering two things. Three of Cups is third-party situations, and it's also friendship. So two messages. If you are in a third-party situation, divine feminine, the divine masculines wonder if that is wrapped up. They just kind of wonder where you're at with that, and they are wondering about where you might be at regarding the long-term frequency with them. There's a family on this card, and so just casually they're wondering if children are involved or family dynamics are involved with things that may not be wrapped up, how it's going. They just genuinely are wanting to know how that's all going for you. I just heard they're also wondering if you're moving at all, if your living situation is going to change. As far as the other message, I'm truly getting that they wonder if you will still remain friends with them. They're wondering if you've forgiven them, if you have let bygones be bygones for something here. For some divine masculines, they're wondering if it's possible to have a friendship with you. Okay, let's get clarifiers. So what would the divine feminines like to respond with regarding the Three of Cups and the World for relationships ending? The divine feminines would like to say that they think that no matter what stage they're at with the whole thing, that they are sitting pretty in their independence. So whether there's still a third party involved or not, divine masculines, your divine feminine is reminding you of their autonomy, of their independence. Regardless, they have this empowerment that it's not about the 3D, it's definitely the energetic connection. So they want to say it doesn't matter, that if you're holding back because you're afraid of where they're at with something, check in and ask them. They've got their big girl pants pulled up, I just heard, and they can handle, they can address both. If you want to know that, ask. And the 10 of Pentacles, what can we get? Walking away. Ooh, so divine masculines, divine feminines are feeling in your absence, possibly lack of communication, that they don't know where you stand, and that they're just kind of walking away from your relationship because it hasn't emotionally served and they don't feel there is enough interaction. But they are walking away from third-party situations. So right back at you, divine masculines. If you're entangled in third-party situations, the divine feminines are leaving you to those things. So there's this very odd mirroring here. So if there are multiple people involved, or that theme of friendship, both counterparts are sort of giving the other one space, and it feels kind of unnecessary there regarding that theme. Okay, let's pull an energetic card. I want to see a union energy card for help with that, divine counterparts. Creation, multiplication, and growth. Chamber of regeneration. And galactic transporter. Adventure, exploration, and discovery. I'm just hearing have fun with the journey. Don't be so serious. Don't be so formal. Don't be so in assumptions, everyone. There's more mirroring and more humanity playing out than meets the eye, and just have fun with the journey as much as you can. Don't take it so seriously. Don't make it so much about the other person. Relax. I'm just hearing relax. Okay, so let's go into, I know easier said than done, but let's go into the daily divine masculine check-in. What can we see for the divine masculines? How are they thinking about the connection, feeling about the divine feminines on the heart space? What are the divine masculines wishing for the connections at this time? What actions are being taken? What is the biggest challenge at this time? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where is the energy going in the near future? I just saw the Devil card and I heard changes in the 3D. Okay, I don't know how that applies yet. Let's look. So divine masculines on the heart space. Ooh, Master of Crystals. That's the King of Commitment. And Daughter of Cups. This is the idyllic, emotional, like bliss honeymoon phase. There is some newly enlightened information. Somehow your divine masculine has had an epiphany about the purity of your love, your motive, your love, and they align with it. Master of Crystals is true commitment. There is a knowing here. Yeah, that's very, very interesting, divine masculines. It's like they can now see that you don't have an ulterior motive, that you are truly a sweetheart. Aw, what is on the heart space for the divine feminines? Ascension, literally ascending out. This is the world, but it says ascension in this deck, and ascending above the 3D. So this is a card of teamwork. Ascending, leaving the worldly connotations and seeing that this kind of a love does exist, that it's legit. There is a springboard energy here, jumping off from previous notions and assumptions. And now I'm literally hearing utilizing the 3D framework as a springboard for more, for the higher love. I heard manipulating the 3D as a team. There is a desire to be interdimensional, multidimensional with the teamwork now, more than meets the eye, more than the worldly eye. Here's the third eye. It's more multidimensional. What is the wish? What are the divine masculines wishing? To communicate about what hasn't worked out in the past, what has not made them happy. Divine masculines are itching to speak their mind, to find the right words, to pinpoint why the rainbow has been elusive. They want some transparency. They want to express what it is that they were afraid to say to you, because karmic energies have made expressing that way unsafe, I just heard. So it's beliefs of the past that they haven't found safety in voicing that is tainting your connection. They are making it a fearful thing to express and communicate because things haven't worked out in the past. The other message here, I'm not being let to put this down, but the other message here is that they're not so flighty or in la la land about what you think this connection is all about, because they're seeing that you have sincerity, that this love is actually pure and sweet and it's not an act. They're becoming more realistic about it. It's like it goes hand in hand. They're becoming more grounded in believing what you've had to say or what you've shared, but they are also being more receptive to it because it's actually believable to them now. I just heard it standing the test of time without wavering. Okay, what actions are the masculines taking? Adept of Chalices and the Seven of Cups. So they really are spending time emotionally processing, seeing through the confusion, looking at the facts, the spiritual, emotional facts, looking at the fruit. They are assessing the connection from a higher vantage point, one of belief rather than skepticism. And it's changing everything. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Okay, what is the biggest block? Oh, I left because you told me to, was just hiding in that deck. It wasn't meant to be there. So they're seeing something unconditionally loving and divine intervention. So something that appeared to separate the two of you, they're seeing that it wasn't you doing it to them, but there's this processing, a coming to terms with the hand of the divine timing, the way that things hadn't played out yet. And it's not that they're trying to make excuses for themselves or blame you or make excuses for you. They're literally seeing or touching on the unconditional love, that it doesn't demand that somebody is at fault or not. These assumptions, I heard closet assumptions, I don't know why, but take it if it resonates, that the divine timing was one or the other of you in a fault position. This challenge spot is saying that it's new to the divine masculines that there is this level of cosmic energy at play, and it's not about the people, it's not about the 3D, it's not about the you did this, they did this, etc. Because, you know, in these connections, they are primarily channeled. We are instruments of the divine, and even the divine masculines have been confused at some of the things that have come out of their mouths, some of the things they've thought we have said, because of the nature of these connections and how it is quite surreal. It's not like talking to anyone else on the planet when you are communicating with your twin. So what is the divine guidance? Karma and the Hanged Man, that's the awakening. It's the revelation. So it is illuminating in brand new love-filled ways to the divine masculines, these radical new ways of seeing the love in everything, seeing the history, seeing exactly what's happened as fundamentally divinely guided, and understanding the blessing in the awkward things that have happened, the timing specifically. They are seeing that they have had a chance to really do this deep dive into karma. So divine masculines, keep celebrating that the reason these connections have been cumbersome, have not worked as easily as you thought they should if they truly were divine. Stop getting upset about that. Yes, absolutely. Keep looking at it at this deeper level, this radical acceptance of what is, so you can see the lessons, see the patterns of karma, see the inner workings of all of it, so that there is the accountability, forgiveness, acceptance, mastery, to roll with it and to not make that a sign that this isn't your divine feminine. What is the direction? Strength, and not putting in the investment, just allowing is what I heard. There seems to be a growing peace and acceptance of the journey. Deep acceptance of the journey. Okay, what can we get for the divine feminines? What can we see? One card or two. Dimensional planes of perception number 3, subconscious awareness and Akashic information and union. So seal of clairsentience, clarity, knowledge, channeling, and unification. Wow, there is a very multi-dimensional connectivity here, because we're getting into the multiverse, the Akashic, and then channeling the knowledge. It's like I'm seeing a cosmic weaver weaving a tapestry of the interconnectedness of all of these things. There is a very fluid knowing that it all works together. New information is illuminating to the divine feminines. So allow that right now. I just heard the veil is thin. What else can we see for the divine masculines energetically at this stage of the journey with these awarenesses coming through? Andromedan Stargate, invention, innovation, and scientific pursuits. This card is so cute. It's an insider joke for me, because scientific pursuits is my cue that this is grounding in the 3D, in practical terms, in scientific, observable ways. The divine masculines are seeing this connection coming in to highlight as beneficial. They're kind of catching stride with what certain things have been for, and specifically that divine timing, why that has not indicated that this connection was, let's say, not meant to be. I think the jury's been out about whether or not it was going to flow or be easy, and they're starting to see that it was a blessing in disguise. The scientific pursuit it's making sense in a different way. That third eye. What was the first message? I want to bring it back to that. Yeah, that it wasn't too good to be true. They're now seeing that it wasn't a trick. It wasn't too good to be true. The love was real. They could feel it, but were confused about some of the timing or the lack of cohesion. And now even that aspect is making sense. Isn't that interesting? Okay, everybody, love, 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 and see you tomorrow. Bye for now.